Well, hello, and this is Tell Me More Tuesday. I'm Pastor Adam, and I'm the pastor of Mountain View Church here in Sultan, Washington. And I just want to take a moment and give you a special edition of Tell Me More Tuesday, because we have started 21 days of prayer and fasting. And I got the sense that maybe there are some folks who aren't familiar with fasting. And so I just wanted to take a minute in this special edition of 21 of Tell Me More Tuesday and talk a little bit about what fasting is. Well, fasting is a time when we deny our bodies something and we replace it with prayer and worship and meditation on God. And we know that this is a part of the believer's life because Jesus, when he was giving the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 6, he teaches how to pray. And then he says, when you fast, and he gives some instruction on what to do when you're fasting. And so the idea, the implication, the presupposition is that we are going to be fasting from time to time. And it needs to be a part of a believer's life. And so just practically, you can fast a lot of different things. Traditionally, fasting has involved food. And you can do a total fast that's when you eat no food and maybe you only drink water. And I've done this before, and this is really tough, but it is a complete denial of your body's most basic need of food. And it's a time where you focus on the Lord. There's also juice fasts where you don't eat solid foods, but you only drink juice. You can fast a meal. Maybe you fast breakfast. That's my favorite meal of the day. Maybe you fast breakfast every day for a season, or lunch or dinner. You can fast types of foods. You know, many people do Daniel fasts, and they fast, meat and dairy and drinks and processed foods. And you can Google that for more information and the history of a Daniel fast if you're interested in something like that. But perhaps, what if you've got a medical condition that doesn't allow you to fast foods? What are you supposed to do? Are you left out? Are you not able to participate? No, you can fast all kinds of things. You can fast other things as well that aren't food. Something very popular is to fast entertainment. Maybe you feel like your screens are taking over too much. And you say, I'm going to turn my TV screen off for 21 days of prayer and fasting. Or I'm going to turn my phone off for 21 days of prayer and fasting. I'm not going to watch movies, or I'm not going to watch the news, or whatever it is. Pray about it. You can fast all types of entertainment. If you're a bookworm, you say, well, I'm not going to read entertainment books. I'm only going to read the scriptures or things that will help me in my devotional life. Or, let's get crazy here, kind of bring a food thing back in here. You could fast coffee or tea. You could fast your morning caffeine. But also, you could fast social media. You can fast, I heard a story of an individual who fasted marijuana for 21 days. And that was something that he decided he was going to sacrifice for a season and dedicate that time to the Lord, when it turns out he never went back to it. So there you go. But why do we fast? Well, we know why we pray. Prayer, it connects us to God. But fasting takes it to the next level. Fasting disconnects us from the world. The world, I heard that recently, that quote, and I really liked it. Prayer connects us to God, but fasting disconnects us from the world. The world wants to pull us away from God. There's everything that wants to pull our attention, and anything can become something that distracts us from the Lord. And so fasting, it disconnects us from the world and allows us to connect to God more strongly. And so what you need to do is you need to ask yourself, what can you give to God as a sacrifice and as an effort to disconnect from the world and connect more to God? I love the story in 2 Samuel when David wants to go and make a sacrifice to the Lord. And he goes to a particular place, a threshing floor, and he wants to build an altar there and sacrifice to the Lord. But the issue was that particular threshing floor was owned by another individual who was very loyal to David. And as David approached the threshing floor, he announced his intention to want to buy that threshing floor from the individual so that he could build his altar and he could worship God there. The owner, he must have loved David so much, and he was definitely loyal to David. And he says, you know what, David, you can just have it. Let me just give it to you for free. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to give me anything. Just have it and worship God. And then David says this is so powerful. He says, I will not give to the Lord that which costs me nothing. What does that mean? David knew that to give God something David didn't even care about wasn't much of a sacrifice at all. That the kind of sacrifice that's meaningful is when we give something that we care about, that means something to us. And so when we fast, if you're going to fast food or a meal or a type of food, well, we definitely care about those sorts of things. And we sacrifice that. We temporarily not do that. We sacrifice it to the Lord in an effort to get close to him. But whatever it is, maybe what we need to do is ask ourselves, is there anything in this world that we feel like, oh, I just couldn't live without that? I can't live without that thing. And maybe that's where we start. And we ask the Lord, is this something I need to temporarily give up? Is this something that's distracting me, that's pulling my attention away from you? Do I need to temporarily give it up so that I can grow closer to you and I can connect with you? I want to encourage you to pray about it. And I believe that God will guide you in the exact thing, a specific thing that you can fast and you can give up during these 21 days in an effort to disconnect from the Lord and connect with God more. Blessings, church. And I'm praying for you during these 21 days. And I believe God's going to do something powerful as we sacrifice to him and we honor him and we seek to connect to him in a new and greater way. Blessings.